Hey, welcome back, folks. Jay Barrino here. It's UEDAIP, a custom campaign for StarCraft Remastered. We're on Mission 8 of Rebel Yell. This is a remake, if you will, of the vanilla campaigns by Nekron. And Mission 8 is not the big push here. It is Biting the Bullet. If you were unaware, there were two missions as part of Rebel Yell, Biting the Bullet and Operation Silent Scream, that were on the original disc of StarCraft, but they ended up being removed from the campaign and then reused for the Enslavers missions. So this first one, Biting the Bullet, has been restored by Nekron and completely changed, as you can imagine, similar to all the other missions in this campaign. Completely changed is maybe a hyperbole, but changed quite significantly. So normally the player starts out down here. I see the Vespine Geyser in the bottom right here has been retained, being in the most absurd spot possible. Reading the description for this, I see TVZ macro with an island flavor. Oh boy. More focus on brood mechanics. First major appearance of Zerg hero strains. Optional Protoss ally. So in the original version of this map, once you clear out the central island, Tassadar shows up, and then you can use his ships to destroy the Zerg base in the upper right. If this was the Enslavers mission, then this whole upper left area is Zerg, and the middle island, and then this island to the left and upper right is Terran. I have no idea what the layout is going to be here. We need to claim one of either this island base or this base to the left for sure. It just depends on how we want to do that. It also depends on where the Protoss will be. Let's get started. We can be a little daring. I'll let this one play, because a lot of people may not have seen this.
The Zerg have initiated a new offensive, and Protoss warships are wreaking havoc on some of the outer worlds. I'll patch you into the Emergency Planning Commission.
This defensive crap just isn't working. This is just like Marsara, man. Look, it's risky. But I think we can save the colonists and still buy time to get off-world. If we attack the main Zerg hive cluster, they'll have to recall their forces to protect the nerve center.
That'll never work. Where'd you study tactics, boy? You'd be outnumbered at least 20 to 1.
Damn coward. What? Does the prospect of saving innocent civilians instead of wiping them out churn your stomach?
I don't need to take that from you, boy.
Are you two through?
She's right. Save it for the Zerg. I think your plan's a wild one, Jim, but it's worth a try. Lieutenant Garrigan?
Agreed.
Very well, then. Commander, you have tactical authority. Captain Raynor and General Duke will assist you.
Okay, destroy the Zerg hive located on the central island. Raynor and Duke must survive. Let's go. Maybe we can just live long enough to make 1 billion wraiths. Can I tell you something? Let's, we're just starting here. We got some Marines over here. Let's just take our units and go see if we could take that far left base. Bunker with some fire bats and a ghost. You'll love to see it. I'm just going to take these units and go up here, and if we could just do it, that would be awesome. Further, we're going to want to set up some defense up here, because I imagine they're going to drop here, maybe down here. Again, we're just taking a risk, so let's just try some stuff out and see if we can make it work. It might just not work. I don't know. Duke? Got to use you here to take this stuff out. Ghost, you must live. Go ahead and attack there. Ghost, please. I beg of you. I beg of you all to just wait. Duke can take that out. He shoots so slow. So yeah, Duke always had a hero model in a tank for quite a long time in the original game. It's just you never saw it because it was unused for this mission. And it was also used in one of the demo missions as well. Okay, Goliaths, I'd very much like to keep you alive. Ghosts, we want to make sure we keep you alive. And let's move on up and take this base out. I guess go ahead and siege up. Ghost, please. Okay, this seems to be working, so let's just let them take that out, and then we've got another base. Oh, maybe what I could consider doing, first and foremost, we have to try our best to keep this stuff alive. Yeah, we don't have an engineering bay. Is just make a bunch of Marines at home, and then maybe we can make a command center and just try and float it over there. Ghost, please. And then we have access to this base over here as well. Maybe we just, like, leave a Marine over there to ensure that they can't retake it. Looks like they got my Ghost, unfortunately. That's expensive. And we gotta still load this bunker up. We got this full here. Not full. Well, it is. Yeah, it is full. Okay. More Marines. Great start. Again, I figure I'm like, yeah, let's just see what's over there. I didn't know if there would be a base or not. I wanted to at least look. So let's pack it up and just leave, I suppose. And then we need some turrets along the outer edges here. That's all loaded up. I'm just going to keep making Marines. And we need to make a command center so we can start getting some gas here. Alternatively, again, maybe I can make an academy and just try to float over to the other well, we could scan and then just float a command center over to the other island. We could take this and get that gas, and then we don't have to take this one, which is just kind of silly and stupid. Let's just siege Duke up here. Okay, they're sending some more stuff in here, so let's just go to move Jim over. Okay, not bad. I'm going to come back up here and make sure they're not going to retake that. And then we have to keep making turrets along the side here. Let's go ahead and get that academy. At the very least, we could kind of scout out what we're going to need to get over there. Actually, we don't want to spend any gas that we don't need right now. Okay, back up. We don't want to spend any gas that we don't need to right now, because we might need to make dropships or something. Make those turrets, and might want to get a bunker down here just in case as well. We just have to make sure that stuff is going to be dropped on us, and we just have to make sure that we're somewhat prepared for it. I did spend gas on that machine shop and won't be using it right now. We can use Jim. You know what I can do is just like lay some spider mines up here. We could start setting up defense along the edge up here without actually taking this base straight away. Okay, never mind about that. Yeah, I just want to keep moving up here and trying to hold on to this section. Let's go ahead and heal Jim at least. Keep making Marines to leave it home with Duke. Keep making those turrets. I think, again, this has been a pretty good start. I'd very much like to start... Darn it. I'd very much like to start making a command center, so that I could, again, float it over there. Let's get this started. We'll load this up. Okay, cool. That's great. We lost a lot of high-value stuff early here. You hate to see it. You know what? You all can just stay here, I suppose. That's perfectly acceptable. Then, give me an SCV. I'm going to start making a command center here with the intention of floating it over there. And I can make a barracks, too, to bring.
Add-on complete.
I was told there might be Protoss on this map. Probably want to be keeping a lookout for them. What we can do is kind of shoo away... Oh, it's open, baby. What we can do is shoo the Protoss... not the Protoss. We could shoo away Overlords. I had Protoss on the brain. We could shoo away Overlords, but just by setting up turrets in these areas. So I think if we can move over and claim that, we're very overstretched. But I think it's the right choice. We need gas as soon as possible, though. Otherwise, we could just keep spamming Marines, because we can afford them, certainly. That's no issue. Once that command center is over, what we can even do is, again, build another barracks and float it over with the command center so we can start setting up some defenses. We have not been attacked, like, at all.
Your forces are under attack. Additional supply depots required.
Okay, I'd like to build a bunker here, too, and we need depots.
Who are these bozos anyway? The Protoss? They ain't so tough. Nothing like I've seen on the TV.
There's our buddy Cools. Okay, let's lift you up and come on over here. I have no way of... building any, or getting any gas yet, so we need to focus on that right now. See, again, if we have enough turrets, we can kill the Overlords before they land on us. No promises, but if we can kill enough, it forces them to spend larva on remaking them, too. And you can see the AI.
Observe that the proton base structures are emitting a strange field that seems to somehow regenerate nearby mineral deposits.
Hey, that's me! Let's get a command center up here as well. The Protoss structures emanate a strange field that do a thing. Oh, don't you dare. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ugh! Oh, you MFers. Okay, fly over here and over here. We just gotta spam out Marines and get down there and take that out. Just keep making Marines here. Oh, I'm cheesed about this one, boys. So close. Now I'm gonna have to restart. Because, like, obviously one Marine is not gonna be able to. Oh man, I think you kind of have to pick one or the other. What I can at least do is maybe save the CC. And float it down there. I'll go ahead and grab this command center as well. I will just keep making Marines. Okay, we've done it. We do have a forward operating base up in that location, so I'm perfectly fine with that. Really need this gas, though. That's fine.
Not enough minerals.
Again, I am hugely overstretched right now, though. This is a big problem.
Commander, you want a piece of me, boy?
Let's get down there and see if we can take this out, and I'll bring this back. Nope. Well, still maybe. Come on, Marines, hang in there. Okay, that's being built. Get to it. At the very least, we can land here and get some SCVs started. Get on gas. That's being built. What a wacky start this has been. We have to just keep making Marines, because that's all we can afford. Get some SCVs out to repair, and then we can get this set up as soon as possible. I'm going to save. I guess I'll just save. I don't know what happened to Safety 3. Now it's Poops. We used Poops for Mapperino. I guess I'll turn it back to Safety 3. That's weird. I don't know why that happened. Anyway. We just really need gas, so let's do that. Get some more SCVs going.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, he's done it. Get some turrets set up. I think we're gonna need more
Your forces are under attack.
supply depots. You hate this? Come on. He's done it. Get up there and kill this. They really did not want us taking this. I say it's mine.
Job finished. Commander, outstanding. Rocket.
Absolutely not. Okay, now we have gas. Siege mode.
Yes, sir. SCV good to go, sir.
Your forces are under attack. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I'm clawing for dear life for this section. All right, I'm clawing.
Not enough minerals.
This is my area, and it will remain mine. Do you understand? Blue really wants it too, but I will hold on to this. Okay, we need a science facility. Never mind, I need a starport. This area's been left alone, which is a positive. Now we have plenty of gas, but not enough minerals. Do you see how hard I am trying? I will keep making Marines here because that's all I can make.
Research complete.
Oh my god. Okay.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Float over there. Make sure the creep's gone. It is.
You want a piece of me, boy?
See, I'm trying to get more of these turrets set up to shoo away these units. Keep making Marines. And we need this to finish. I'd love to bring over maybe some of these other units, but I have no way to transport them. Let's get another tank. Keep making Marines and bring them over here.
Not enough minerals.
It's becoming pretty frantic.
Your forces are under attack.
I'm actually really proud of what we've done here, considering we basically did it on the fly.
Not enough minerals.
Oh, I thought my Marines were chasing that. Alright, and then let's get a bunker up here too. Okay, do I have U-238? No, I don't. Let's grab that. Now we've got more gas than we know what to do with. Didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and throw this down so we can start getting some ghosts. And let's grab another thing there as well. Again, I'm just going to keep making Marines. We ought to make sure we can hold on to this section.
Not enough minerals.
This is pretty spiced. I'm really proud of myself, though. We can get one dropship to maybe ferry some units over to help us as well. We got to be careful of whatever's going on here. We might just want to line this with turrets.
Add-on complete. Upgrade complete. Your forces are under attack.
Okay, and we need... Whoop! Let's get up there and help. Okay, one Ultra down is fine. Again, we want to stop them from landing wherever possible. So we just want to set up all of this. Okay, pretty large attacks coming in. I saw an unclean one. How exciting. Okay, get up here. Repair us. Let's get a covert ops. Let's get a dropship. Let's get another one of these bad boys.
Orders received. Job finished. Report for duty.
I mean, I'm not messing around. Just make so many turrets. That's the only way they can get to us.
Report for duty.
And I'll remake this bunker too. Just having the bunkers that can absorb some of the heat from these ultra drops is good enough for me.
Add-on complete.
Not you, buddy.
Base is under attack.
Okay, just like that. And I'm just going to start pumping out rates
Not enough minerals.
when I can afford it.
Right away, sir. Affirmative. Roger that.
That's fine. That's fine. I would really like the opportunity to start getting getting more upgrades. There's just a lot going on constantly. Not sure how some of these are getting to us, but we gotta try to kick them back. Let's get some more tanks. Even just one over here would be ideal. Follow me? Do I have U-238? Yes, I do. We'll get the field hospitals, though. Now we're going to start getting weapon upgrades. This area needs to be saturated. I fought really hard for it, so let's...
Not enough minerals.
Spending most of my minerals on turrets, but frankly. I think that's perfectly acceptable.
Job's finished. SCV good to go, sir.
Standing by.
Orders, Captain? I read you.
Okay. Now we go for the Wraiths.
I read you.
Turrets and upgrades. That's the way we do. I still am not super sure how I've made this sort of work. I feel like this shouldn't be working, like it's against the laws of StarCraft or something, but you know what? I'll take it. Auto repair. I'd love it if you kicked in here, buddy. Let me tell you something. We're going to get more upgrade buildings. Just cram them in there. And Marines are I was going to say free. They're not free, but they are very cheap.
You want a piece of me, boy?
And I think we now have the capability to shoo away any Zerg drops. And, like, we've got these Marines, they're here, so I say, like, why not get a few bunkers as well? Because we don't need these Marines to be mobile necessarily. We just need them in places that can deter Zerg drops. Put you down there. I don't think they're really going to try to be getting at us from a different angle. I tell you something, though. I think we still need more turrets. And we can use the Wraiths to kick back against Wraiths, too. Okay. And the sooner that we can get up to +3, the better. I did get those field hospitals, right? And let's go ahead and grab stim packs. So here are the Protoss, but I'm just not gonna... I'm not gonna bother with them. I'm not sure if it was indicating that they were our enemies or something, but I don't... I mean, we could... Let's at least scan them. Because I didn't mouse over the... Yeah, see, they're marked as hostile. I don't like that. Cram in more turrets. I bet they're gonna try to drop, like, right by these trees. Or something. Who knows, man. We've got resources, so I say just spend them. As long as we can keep making Wraiths, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab another... Starport. I will grab Cloak, because why not? And we got good income all across the board here. I mean, we don't need this right now, but I'm sure we will eventually, so let's get it started. Okay, here we go. These are the huge blue attacks, if you remember. You can see how we're kind of shooing the overlords away before they can drop. So they don't get their whole payload out. Then they kind of turn around, and the result is this. And that range decrease on Marines is killer. Now, this is just straight up abuse of the StarCraft AI system. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat that. It is. It's just straight up abusing the fact that enemies are really bad at dropping. They don't know how to get on top of you. If there's some anti-air that shoos them away, they go, ah! And they flee. It makes them really nervous. So I don't know if mass Wraiths is the right choice, but I really don't want to make a bunch of dropships. What I can do is make a bunch of barracks and float them over and then I can start making Marines, similar to what I did over here, to sort of finish the job. We also have access to nukes, it looks like. We want to get those ocular implants because I read it was something like it makes the concussive shots do more damage or something like that. And, like, who wouldn't love that? Clearly we need more tanks here. Should probably be careful with Jim. I'm gonna use him to hit this unclean one. Never mind, we're gonna flee with him. Get these guys out of here. Okay, that was pretty gnarly, but to be fair, my stuff wasn't really in the right place. So make a bunch of Marines and make some tanks. We'll get them set up here. Do you think these SCVs cannot fight? Look at that. Repair here. We got to get this set back up ASAP.
Right away, sir. Orders received.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Orders, Captain. Right away, sir.
We're going to bunker it up in this direction. I don't know where orange dropped such that they could avoid Protoss, but, you know, whatever.
Not enough minerals.
They really thinned out our SCV count, unfortunately. Having a full group of Wraiths certainly doesn't hurt. I'm gonna save. I feel I'm in a really, really good spot. The question is, now I have to seal the deal, and this is where I always kind of get hung up. Gotta seal the deal. Alright, and then we got a couple tanks coming up. Let's go and get ship plating. And a lot of our mining capacity got roasted down here. Let's look to see, do we have any... We got plenty of idle SCVs, so let's move these up here. It all comes down to where they choose to attack. If we have, like, maybe 2 tanks and a hero in position to stop any potential large attacks, then we don't have to spend a ton of money on repelling them. It's also possible they look for where the most vulnerable areas are before they come and attack you. They kind of do a threat assessment and say, okay, blank area has the least amount of anti-air defenses. I wouldn't be surprised if StarCraft AI worked that way in some way. This hasn't gotten hit. Blue hasn't attacked us for a while. If you remember the blue personality, though, it's the one that goes, like, flipping crazy, trying to get to you with those really large attacks. Wraith. Alright, so that's group 1.
Destination?
I'll get Apollo reactor as well. That's perfectly fine.
Complete. Upgrade.
I don't think we need anything extra special for ghosts either. The key here is we got the high attacks. See, I don't think that's like Yggdrasil or anything. I think it's just Overlords have that armor. They can take it. I will also continue to make more turrets up here. And again, like super turtling here. I think that's perfectly fine. I could even get another starport because I can afford to build out of it if I wanted to. I really don't like island hopping. So what I will do is build 2 barracks that we could float and bring with us. And when we clear a landing zone on the blue island, then what we can probably do is...
Base is under attack.
Here we go. Oh, never mind. Here we go.
Reporting for duty. Let's move.
We got more than enough turrets, I think, to repel this. And I don't see any guardians. Let's see if we could save that turret. I don't think so. But we can rebuild it instantly. Shazam. Vehicle weapons 3, ship weapons 3. Infantry's all done. You'll love to see that. We can use one of these engineering bases to kind of scout out for us. What I was doing before that attack started was I was going to hotkey my other group. This is like wide open. We could just fly right in there. You know what? It's probably because Blue killed a bunch of their own colonies. We could just fly in there and attack the hive directly with enough Wraiths.
Upgrade. Completion of supply depots required.
Alright, we got a lot of units on defense
Base
duty.
is under attack.
So let's open up the door. See, look at this. We could just land 2 barracks right there.
Reporting for duty. Affirmative. Orders, Captain.
We're gonna have a lot of idle SCVs here pretty soon, too.
Upgrade.
I don't know if we
complete.
can get away with this. Like, they know it's here. Let's get these into position for later. They could be Scourge bait as well for Wraiths. We're not doing anything else with them, so it's perfectly fine. Ship plating. I feel like this has happened a few times on this mission where it seems like my SCVs, particularly in this area, have gone idle. Like they get confused and don't know where to continue mining from.
Report again.
2 groups of Wraiths, we can do better than that. We can do better than that.
Give me something to shoot.
Okay, this area is locked up pretty well. Marines are cheap. Let's get them up here to help against any new potential attacks. And the missile turret spam on island maps, like, I'm not going to apologize for it. Okay. Next group done.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Yes, sir. Order
You want a piece of me, boy?
right away, sir.
Okay, and we just need room for all these depots.
Job finished.
Upgrade
Piece of me, boy.
complete. Not enough energy.
Okay,
Transmit coordinates.
I think...
You want a piece
I mean, there's going to be overlords, so I don't think there's, like, a great... It's not like we can just cloak and go in there and do it.
standing by.
I will continue to make Wraiths, though.
Launch orders.
And I think with this group of air units, if we could just snipe the hive, and then we can start picking off areas and allow our barracks to land, we're in great shape. We could... should we wait for +3 attack? I feel like it can't hurt, and then we can have even another group of Wraiths done by then as well. We have such a large army of Wraiths to respond to enemy attacks, too. We just have to get them into position.
Not enough energy.
And there's really nothing that we need to be scanning for.
Not enough
Like, no cloaked
energy.
units. And I don't know what the Protoss... It's possible the Protoss... Yeah, see, the Protoss are attacking blue as well, so I guess they'll appreciate us going over there and taking care of it. I think I probably could have made something happen here by now, but
Rate the waiting launch order, Commander.
it's fine.
Standing.
I read you. Reporting for duty. I read you.
Rate the waiting
Having 4 separate mech upgrades for Terran is balanced but irritating.
Go ahead, Commander.
Orders,
Got
Captain.
one more of these. And truthfully, I'm just waiting for these, then we'll save and we'll make a run for it. A large attack has not happened for a while, which makes me a little nervous. We got plenty of gas, we can make those ghosts, but again, the issue is... it's an island hopping map. Again, I think I really secured my destiny by taking this island when I did. I pushed hard against blue for that, and it worked. It worked. Okay, so we have almost 3 full groups of Wraiths. I think we can probably just auto-attack into this island. But even better, we can just go straight for the hive, and I imagine that's going to cause the Protoss to ally us. Oh yeah, the Guardians have an anti-air attack. I forgot about that. But the sooner we can get this ally, the better. There we go. Begin the attack.
Forces are under attack.
But don't start patting yourselves on the back just yet. I picked up a whole new load of Zerg signals coming straight for us.
Yeah, just what we need. How many are out there?
Well, all we can handle.
Well, survive the Zerg onslaught.
I have an incoming transmission from the Protoss flagship gantry phone. I'll patch it through.
What the hell do they want? Stay alert, people. These guys play hardball.
Terran Commander, I am Tassadar, High Templar and Executor of the Protoss fleet. I come bearing no ill will towards you or your brethren. Battle the Zerg, and stand ready to aid you in your struggle against them.
Wow. Well, hell, the more the merrier.
I commend your courage.
Okay, Operation Cleanup has begun. So now we have to clean up the blue Zerg. And you know what? This worked out just fine, so just make more wraiths. We could always fly them back as necessary. Let's fly out, let's float these in and start churning out Marines and Ghosts. It seems like orange came and defended blue, which is interesting. Blue is still active, as I would imagine them to be. We just killed the hive. It's not like we actually... It's not like we actually, like, put a stop to them straight up. Okay, these guys are here, so start making Marines to support us. And now, and I just noticed that yellow is our ally. You'll love to see it. Take some wraiths, come on over and kill this thing. Never mind, it's flying right into my stuff. Okay, and blue probably has bad memories of this, because this is what I did earlier to them. They're just angry that I am using the same tactic, which is to just land a bunch of crap right on their doorstep when they're trying to survive, and, yeah, the joke's on you. I'd love to find their Hydra Den. Actually, it's right there. Let's get a few fire bats into the mix, too. I think we have enough units here to wait for the production queues. What I could even do is fly some of these things back and sit them underneath, or sit them over my SCVs and let the auto repair take care of them. If the auto repair is active enough to make it work. I hope so. Okay, we're gonna get some ghosts, and then Tassadar is being pretty active in pushing for orange as well, and it's just destroy the Zerg. Again, like I had said, Operation Cleanup begins. I wouldn't be surprised if this takes me a shocking amount of time, because this is the weakest part of the game for me. I'm very, very bad with the macro cleanup portion of the game. Also, it's island hopping, which I'm not thrilled with. I would like to continue cleaning up the blue Zerg, though, and just ensure that they are out. So we'll make some drop ships, and we'll make sure that we can ferry this stuff over as well.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, and I am trying very hard to get all these guys repaired up so I can continue to use them. They do attack faster, like noticeably faster. Like, it's not ridiculously fast, but it's faster than it used to be, which is great. We're gonna go Marines again now that they're 3-3. It's, you know, it feels good, man. Yeah, go for it. It's fine. We lose a couple wraiths here or there. We just want to make sure we can complete the cleanup job. There's a lair up there. We don't want them rebuilding. I mean, we have wraiths here specifically for Guardians. Well, that's not true. We have wraiths here to do a lot of the heavy lifting, but they're... Oh, and the Guardians also spawn Scourge on death. That's interesting. Alright, move on up. Part of it is because Orange just so aggressively defends them, which I like, but it makes things pretty hard. He's done it. The cloak wasn't necessary, but now we can cloak. The cloak wasn't necessary, but you know what? We're going to pretend like it did the job. I don't know why I'm so aggressively trying to repair stuff when then I still go ahead and throw it all away regardless.
Your forces are under attack.
Are they 3-3? Yeah, they're also 3-3. I would expect no less. And the Guardians also do like this goofy splash damage. They're very, very strong against our groups of Marines. The issue is, again, Orange is just so vigorous in defending. So let's keep it up. Keep pushing towards blue. We want to fully... we need to fully wipe out blue. It's the only way at this point. They don't have any colonies left. And hey, look at that, a scout. Ooh. All right, all right. Oh, he killed the rest of my Marines up here too. They're gonna get through the bunker. Dude, that thing has so much HP. It's fine. It's gonna take him some time to get through that stuff, I think. Stim also looked. I think it was added. I just noticed it. It looks like they take the damage, but then they heal a little bit over time. Meanwhile, I haven't really been able to watch what's going on here, and I hate it. I successfully cloaked a single Wraith. You'll love to see it. I can't tell if Tassadar is winning or losing. I like how Orange goes into flippin' hyper mode upon killing Blue. Blue is pretty much completely destroyed at this point, though.
Your forces are under attack.
You want a piece of me, boy?
I hate this. Where are my Wraiths? I don't have... I have enough of them. They should be able to kill this thing. 6 armor. Gotta try to kill this thing before this, like, the massive splash damage wipes me out. Okay, send these guys back. We have to just we have to kill this single flippin' Guardian. Oh, there's more Guardians too. Oh, hey, Tassadar, thanks. Okay, got these guys. The fact that Guardians are very strong now. Again, they have an anti-air attack. They spawn Scourge on death, and they do what is essentially splash damage to ground units, which is again pretty wild. And we still haven't technically fully taken out Blue, so let's make sure we do that. I don't know what the heck Tassadar is doing here, but, you know, whatever. Okay. This base has been taken out. I could try to pull these units back. Tempting to just continue making Wraiths. I have the money to do it. Let's also start getting that vehicle plating. Okay. I could try to take this and like set up some defense along the edges. I'm really leaning towards just tons and tons of Wraiths. I really am. Tassadar's trying to bust in there. He's going to struggle. I'm going to lift my barracks, all of them, and just bring them all. And we're going to land right here with Tassadar and just start spamming out the Marines. It's going to be very difficult. We're going to need a fleet of Wraiths to cover. I mean, we have Wraiths, but we're going to need to leave Wraiths out here to essentially cover my barracks as they fly in and land. And then we start just pumping out a variety of infantry. I mean, honestly, even more barracks. We can bring this one too, because this one's not really doing anything for us right now. Wraith's not really the best option versus Mutas, but, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. We can get our barracks up there. That would be ideal. Let's also bring up the dropships that we made and start ferrying these units that we have. It's pretty gnarly. It's going to be difficult, I think, to get a landing here.
Base is under attack.
Okay. Land. I think this is ill-fated. Well, I guess it's like now or never, right? Gotta try to get these things up here.
Your forces are under attack.
Get in any of these?
In transit, HQ. Input coordinates. Strap yourself in, boys.
Land over here.
In transit, HQ.
Get these guys up there. I could bring Duke, too. Duke is very, very strong. Tassadar's got his own problems right now. Make ghosts. Make marines. I'm trying so hard. All right, this is a very difficult landing sequence. Let's go ahead and get some ghosts and fire bats, and then just the marine. We need the marines going here. We need to protect the marines from guardians. Send these guys home. I'm not really sure if there's anything else we should be picking. I mean, we can bring all these units over. I don't need SCVs anymore. Okay. I do have some mining capabilities here. We've got a bit of a beachhead going. Get everyone up there. Trying to save what we can. I think we're probably going to bring our tanks over. Let's get another barracks. Why not? Every barracks. Wraiths, fly on over. Any extra wraiths. And then I sent my dropships back. Yeah, let's bring these tanks. I'm not going to bring Raynor. That seems a little too risky, even for me. And eventually, we're going to keep the pressure off of Tassadar for long enough that he can start really putting the pressure on as well. I'd love to find their Greater Spire, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in a very inaccessible spot. Yeah, there's that thermal stock. Researching ocular implants let ghosts identify weak points in their target's armor for an extra 2. So they're doing 7 extra damage. And they do 15 normal damage, which is very good, and then they do an extra 7. That's cool. Okay. Great, great. Siege up. Alright, look at that. Taking out this bottom area. Here comes Tassadar. Hopefully we're not blocking him in too much. Let's hotkey a group of Wraiths so that we can keep chasing down Guardians. Gotta kill those Scourge as soon as they spawn. Man, Wraiths are crucial. I mean, Goliaths could be okay, but like Wraiths are the only real counter to these Guardians, I think, based on the amount of anti-ground damage they're doing. I would love it if Tassadar actually used these units to attack, but I get the impression he's not going to do that. Okay, we've got our beachhead. I think we've won. We just have to keep wiping out the Zerg, bit by bit by bit. Let's get up this ramp. The sound of so many Wraiths dying. We can remake them, and they're going to rally up where they need to go. Okay, I think we basically have no income. We have a little bit here, but I think we can succeed here, especially because Tassadar is going to be moving in. He doesn't appear like he's stuck either. These Guardians, man. My god, okay. Stop chasing. Let Tassadar in on the action. I almost ran out of money here. Of course. Throw down your last mine. Oh, he doesn't. I thought I did that. Okay, just flee to base. SCVs, show your devotion to me. I demand it. Did Tassadar actually attack, or did he die? He must have died. I think this is going to come down to a little closer than I'd like. Okay, no more Hydras. I don't see another Hydra den. There's the Greater Spire. Now, we could, in theory, wait for Tassadar. I don't even know how or why Orange made their way around this way, this direction. You know what? Let's just wait. At this point, we're not in a rush. Let's go ahead and hotkey our group of wraiths. We have plenty of gas, so we can just make a ton of ghosts because their combat effectiveness is surprisingly high with the stat changes that they have. Oh, get that Greater Spire. Get it! I've never been this happy to see a Reaver in my entire life. And another one. Okay, cool. I think we got it. I think because we've crippled their ability to just make stuff. So let's move on in. I don't see any spore colonies up here either, so we can just go. Again, a very dicey ending. When, after we took out Blue, and with the amount of money and production we had arguably won, but what I like here, and I assume this was done very purposefully, it had to have been, right? Everything you see that happens in these maps is done purposefully. It's the whole point of, like, writing scripts for the AI, is Orange became a much, much more difficult opponent. So what it does is, remember when I said activate cleanup mode? You know, that's like the cliche in real-time strategy that I feel that the creator here is actively trying to push back against, which is, like, just because you took out one enemy doesn't mean the map has to feel like it's over and that you're wasting your time trying to clean up forever. No, instead, the remaining enemies will suddenly, you know, put up a fight. It doesn't make that much sense because, like, why weren't they putting up a huge fight like that prior? There we go. Why weren't they putting up that fight earlier and would have cleaned you off the map? I think that's sort of a suspension of disbelief, because that's where you have to prioritize good gameplay over, you know, just the slightest goofiness of story. I guess you could also say that the Zerg were extra mad because we took out Blue's Hive. Remember, I guess it was said in the briefing, the whole idea of the plan was they're going to have to recall all their forces to protect the nerve center, whatever Jim said. I guess that is sort of fitting. So I take back my complaint. It does fit. You can make it fit from a lore perspective fairly easily. And also, again, it sort of recontextualizes the way these real-time strategy maps work, where, okay, it's a 1v1, v2. If you kill one of the enemies, one of the other solo player joins you, so you'd think the map would be really easy, but instead, the remaining other player goes into, like, a hyper mode, and it was just as hard as the first part of the map, at least I think. It was less defensive and more offensive, but the offensive part required more thought than simply saying, okay, I got a lot of money, we can just spam units in there. I like this barracks floating idea, just plop them down on a front line and just start spamming out units. That might be my new favorite thing to do with this faction, especially the way we took that island from Blue early on in the map. That was exciting. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Great map.